Let's do these four examples of writing a system of linear equations corresponding to the given augmented matrix. Note that in each example, the vertical line that you often see in augmented matrices has not been written, but if it helps you, you can just picture it before the last column. Let's begin with the first example, and begin by considering its size. It is 2 rows by 2 columns. Each row corresponds to an equation, so the system we have to write will have two equations. How many variables will it have? Well, there are 2 columns in this matrix. One of the columns, the last one, has to correspond to the constants, which leaves only one column to represent one variable. Hence, our system will have 2 equations and a single unknown. What we call that one unknown, of course, is up to us. X is a common choice. The last column, as we've said, corresponds to the constants on the right side of the equation, so it's just this column here, which tells us the coefficients. So then, the first equation, which comes from our first row, is 2 times our unknown x equals that constant of -8. The second equation, which comes from our second row, is -1 times the unknown of x equals that constant on the right, which is 4. And it's really that easy. Let's check out this second example. Again, consider the size. It is 2 rows, so we'll need 2 equations, by 3 columns. Again, the last column represents the constants, which leaves 2 columns for 2 unknowns. Again, notice how the total number of columns is 1 more than the number of unknowns. That's because the last column is reserved for constants. This time we'll need 2 unknowns. What we call them is up to us. X and Y are common choices. From the first row, we get our first equation. 4 times x plus -1 times y, or just minus y, equals this constant of 2. And remember that what we call the variables doesn't really matter, so we could have let the first column represent the coefficients of y and the second column represent the coefficients of x. That's just a bad idea because it goes against convention, but you could do it if you like. From the second row, we have that 0 times x plus 3 times y is equal to this constant of 0. Again, note how each row corresponds to an equation, and each column corresponds to the coefficients of a single variable, or in the case of the last column, corresponds to constants. This next example is a 3 by 4 matrix, so 3 equations with 3 unknowns, 3 columns for the unknowns, and 1 column for the constants. Since we have 3 unknowns, x, y, and z would be a common choice, but we could also use subscripts so that we don't have to keep coming up with new letters. Let's say we use x1, x2, and x3. Then, from the first row, we have that 5x1 plus 1x2 plus 3x3 must equal -8. And so on for subsequent rows. Since this entry is a 0, we can just leave blank space there representing the lack of an x2 while keeping our equations all organized. Same thing here, there are no x1s, we'll just leave blank space so that everything stays nicely aligned. And there is our system. Let's move on to our final example. This is a 3 by 3 matrix, so we'll have 3 equations, and we have enough columns for 2 unknowns. Again, x and y are popular choices for those unknowns, though we will at times have occasion for other letters like a and b. Let's say we use a and b in this example. Then from the first row, we have that 2a plus 3b equals 1. Remember, the constants are always on the right side. From the second row, we have that 1a, we'll leave blank space, just equals -2. And from the final row, we have 5a plus 4b equals 3. And that's how to write the system of linear equations that corresponds to an augmented matrix. Note that in all of these examples, there was a column representing the constants. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to check out my linear algebra course and linear algebra exercises playlists in the description for more.